morning, friends. So now that our travels are done for the moment, we are taking the last couple weeks before Matthew has to head back to England to tackle as many house projects as we can. Matthew's been on a roll, which is awesome. We've been tackling the basement, outside projects, making the front of the house look a little nicer. We're putting a new floor in the entry room, living room space. So it's sort of a miscellaneous couple weeks full of projects, but we're gonna get as much done as we can. So come along as we keep chipping away at our fixer-upper. With what felt like the last stretch of warm weather we would have this year, we decided to first tackle some outdoor projects. We discovered the end of summer sales on things like patio furniture and decided to pick up and put together a sectional for our back porch. Matthew also took the lead on making some repairs to the front entrance and the garden beds out front.
So this entryway to our house, it had some pavers here. The pavers were all broken and fallen off to the side. These timbers right here were rotten and completely fallen over. So we've just rebuilt it right here. And instead of pouring concrete, what we're gonna do right now is just put new pavers up. So I'm using the same base that was down. Once I rebuilt the timbers, I leveled it out. You can see it's pretty level here. I've got everywhere I've taken a measurement has been spot on level. So I'm really happy with all that. Seems like this is perfectly level. Got some leveling sand. I think I've got too much sand, but that's okay. So put down just maybe a ½ inch layer of sand, tamp that down, and then put my pavers down, and I'll show you when I'm done.
The next project on our list that we're going to tackle is a new toilet and floor in our bathroom, and so that's what we're hitting right now.
Step one, turn off the water supply to the toilet. For us, that was just below the floor in the basement. Step two, flush the toilet, empty the tank into the bowl. Step three, scoop all the water out of the toilet. That way, you got less water to spill and less weight to lift. I'm a potty trainer. This one's got 3 tank bolts, and that one I can't get off. You don't have to, it just makes it easier to get the toilet out of the house because it's lighter. If I can't get this off with that 3rd bolt, then we're just gonna have to do the whole thing as one unit. But this one's moving, let's see the other one. The other one moves just fine as well. So ideally you would just mark and cut the back of this, but I want to get it pretty close to being perfect before I put it in the bathroom. So I'm actually just going to use the top side of it, because then I can use all the little corners and the straight lines to make sure that when I do cut it, it's as straight as can be. as opposed to the back side, which is easier to mark on, but it's blank, so you really don't have a reference when you're trying to cut a perfectly straight line. 45. So this is the current state of our basement. It's pretty bad. There's a lot of old junk. You can see the concrete is broken and it all slopes off down toward that corner of the house. There's water in here, old sink, old computer, all these old, really cool old windows, but they're broken, so they're not worth anything. And over here, I've got my tool cabinet that you can see is leaning really bad because I don't have a final place for it. Got more windows and doors over here. That's like a really small storm door. More windows and doors. So it's in pretty rough shape. So the first order of business is going to be just to take everything out of here, clean it up, make it a little bit less hazardous. You can see that our washer and dryer are down here, which we don't really love, but we do plan to move them upstairs eventually. But for now, let's just get it cleaned up, dried out, more pleasant. Now here's the really bad part. This is the new addition to the home, and I don't know what they were thinking when they did this. As you can see, dirt floor, water coming in. They did like a half door right there. All this old wood, it's moldy, it's disgusting. Insulation hanging from the ceiling, ductwork hanging down. Just all dirt. Looks like a really old boulder, that's cool. So I guess they just built the foundation right over the top of that. But anyway, we just need to get all this stuff out of here, get it cleaned up, get it dried out, hopefully reduce some of the mold and mildew that's in here. So that's our plan. Let's get started. So the next big project we're going to tackle is the new addition basement. It's not very new, but that's the newer edition of the home. They didn't insulate the walls, they only insulated the floor, and all that insulation and ductwork has gotten wet over the years and it's fallen down. It's disgusting, it's moldy, it's mildewy, it's wet, the floor is muddy, there's spiders everywhere. So project right now is to tear out all that insulation, look at those floor joists because I think a couple of them might need to be replaced, and then figure out how we deal with all the water in the basement. So let's go.
So we had someone come out yesterday to give us a quote for some work in our basement, and he left his binder here, so he came back this morning to get it, and he brought us the nicest gift from his garden. How amazing is that? The time has come to finally say goodbye to the blue tile. So this was the room with the only potentially salvageable original wooden floors, but we just decided to go ahead and put the vinyl plank over top because there were some really damaged sections of the original flooring and some gaps too around the outside edges of the floor that would have just been really hard to fix. So yeah, we just went ahead and made the executive decision to put flooring over top as opposed to trying to repair and or replace the original floor. Since we had to remove the baseboards to put down the new floor, we decided to take the opportunity to go ahead and give all the baseboards a fresh coat of paint while we still had some warm weather outside. We hope you enjoyed catching up on our home renovation progress. Join us next time as we renovate our staircase, add some new lighting, and continue to chip away at our long list of to-dos. Thanks for watching.